Zech's live. Hello, everybody. We are live. Zech's going to be sitting in the sexy seat right now because he's a sexy man with nice background. I'm going to be off screen for this 𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒔𝒕𝒆𝒂. What do I want to say? What are we doing? A live stream?
Yeah, we're doing a live stream.
Okay. Hey, everybody. Welcome to 𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒔𝒕𝒆 live stream. I'm Dan Stacy. You are about to witness my nerdy friends and I use silly voices and digital dice to tell a great story. We are going to be doing the Pathfinder Bounty, the Whitefang Wyrm. In Pathfinder 2nd Edition, we're using Foundry. Jacob the Master is going to be running this game. And as always, you can support Avenue Studios through Locals and Patreon. We're still doing that supporter challenge. If we can get a few more people in, we will be doing that special Kanaga movie night, which we all very much look forward to, with tons of giveaways, including miniatures painted by this guy right here, dice, DVDs of Kanaga, dice pads, lots of other funny giveaway things. But the giveaways will only be available for our patron and local supporters. So if you want to become part of the family for us, check us out there. Links below. And I think most importantly, we have one of our special guests today playing with us is Adam from the Interplanar Crossroads. So I'm going to quick switch screens and he'll give a little shout out as to what he's up to. As I run to the background and switch so we can see all these beautiful people. Do. There we are. You guys are up. I'm just a disembodied voice in the background.
Okie dokie.
Awesome.
So, I'm supposed to talk now?
I suppose,
yeah, this is your chance.
If you want.
Okay. Okay. Well, greetings and salutations, travelers. I am Adam from the Inn of Planar Crossroads, and we just had a very big thing happen for the channel. We made it to 1,000 subscribers. So, that means that we are going, that means we're going to be doing our giveaway for the 1,000 subscriber thing. We should, if everything goes according to plan. I'm very busy trying to get things ready for the Adventure Academia that's coming up. But if everything goes according to plan, there should be a giveaway video coming out Friday, if I can get it edited tomorrow and uploaded. And it should discuss the things that we're going to be doing. Just a quick rundown of that is the Chicken Races PDF, the two different dice giveaways, one for a single large metal dice and one for some plastic dice, with a whole bunch of different sides and stuff. And then the other final thing will be a live game that I'll run for some support, some people that want to get involved in that. But that's mainly what we've got going on at the end of Planar Crossroads. So that's the main focus for right now. Anyway.
Awesome.
Cool.
So
yeah, you take
is
over.
everybody ready to play some Pathfinder 2nd Edition?
So excited.
Bring it on.
Let's do it.
All right. So real quick, I just want to go around the room. How much experience do you guys have with Pathfinder 2nd Edition? 𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂, how about you start us off?
Pathfinder 2e, just a handful of one-shots like this. So I'm not as familiar with the system itself, but I'm very familiar with the world and lore of Golarion.
Yes, you are. Mr. Compass.
I've been playing since the playtest, but that's been kind of on and off throughout the years. So I know a bit, but at the same time, plenty of breaks. And I know nothing about the world of Golarion.
Nice. Love it. And then Adam.
As far as playing, this will be actually the first time I've ever played. But I'm familiar with some of the way it's supposed to work. So I sure picked an interesting thing to go with for a first character, I guess.
Yes, you did.
So I watched after I decided to play this on video about what's the most complicated things to play in Pathfinder. It said Oracle. It's like, oh, yeah. great, yeah. I mean, it didn't sound too bad, but
most complicated DM. Just kidding. Awesome. So the three of you first of all, let's talk a little bit about your character and your character's history together, because I love your characters. So we'll go back around and who wants to start? Any volunteers? take that as a no.
I guess I start.
Okay.
All right. So I'm playing 𝒂𝒐𝒏𝒄𝒂. 𝒂𝒏𝒄𝒂 has not always been known by this name, but now goes by it. He was a man down on his luck, scrounging his way in society, tempting and succumbing to loot from the dead. He began the life as a criminal. Growing in confidence and pushing his luck, he entered a tomb where his life was drastically changed. A curse fell upon him, causing his mind and body to warp. Souls damned like his whispered to him, for they too have a purpose. He now is drafted into the service to lay the rest of forlorn souls throughout the world to earn rest for he and his spirits. Draped in bandages and the grave robber's outfit to hide his mangled form, he's equipped with studded leather armor, a sword, pistol, and of course, his lantern. The lantern once used to illuminate treasure now illuminates the knowledge of the world, where no secret, no hidden, no escape from the sight of his light.
I love it. And how did you meet your friends?
I'll let them figure that out.
All right. Tongo.
I am Dango. I am Mashuni from the River Kingdoms, ousted long time ago by strange forces of the Fae. I travel the world, holding to oaths of loyalty, order, and seeking knowledge. I have found over my journey that the ways of man is chaotic and disheveled, but all eventually comes to rest where it can be sorted through, dug up and unearthed, and there true knowledge lies. The passing of creatures sets their lives' records in a tome that can be read by those who have the pause to dig it up.
Awesome. And how did you meet your friends?
Wandering away through the world, I stumbled across ruins of a tragic scene. Many lives lost by strange forces that scattered away their lives and laid them ever so neatly to rest. Except for some. This thing. But it liked me, so I decided to carry it along with me, and every once in a while when I look at it, it just makes me wonder if the end is not so settled.
And what exactly is this thing?
Good question.
Adam?
This thing is a small category skeleton that seems to be composed of a variety of different species. Known as wee little bones, it's an tattered children's dress usually, that is often blue with a matching bow, and tends to grab little household items as armor, like her kitchen knife and her frying pan, I guess it was, that I decided for its shield. This odd creature doesn't cut a very intimidating figure. However, there is more to this little skeleton, undoubtedly, since it has a purpose. Instead of journeying alone, Wee Little Bones prefers to hide in the packs and sacks of adventurers to get, which is what she tends to do with our little Shuni paladin, which she calls puppy. Doesn't really call it by Tongo, calls him puppy all the time. And if the viewers would like to imagine, we will have Wee Little Bones tell them a little story about her, tell them her favorite bedtime story. In a cold place, on a cold night, a cold one warmed itself at a fire that it started, a fire that it watched with evil satisfaction consume an orphanage, The screams of those trapped within played and demented music in the ears of the fire starter, and that thing did not leave until naught but char and ash was left. In the malicious flame could be heard, and now snow ever stayed, long on the ruinous remained. Until one fateful day, a Pharasman traveler came upon the spot. Even in the bright sunlight, the traveler could tell there was a sorrow and sadness attached to the place. Knowing nothing of the area's history, the traveler simply offered a rite of peaceful rest from the bones land in a spiral, and went on their way. The traveler did not see a spiral form in the ash, nor a bundle of bones rise from the center of that spiral. It did not see wee little bones.
Awesome.
So there you go.
Nice.
I love it. What brings the three of you to the village of 𝒂𝒐𝒏𝒄𝒂?
In the north,
I guess for Visage, he would have been told by something to come here to fulfill his duty.
How about for Zechariah's character Tango?
in the north, the frost freezes and preserves everything that lies below. When you dig into it, you find something so much more real, something caught in the moment of its passing, the last drop of ink on the tome of life. It is so much clearer to read, and at this time, having met wee little bones, some additional clarity about this final moment of passing is just driving him to understand it more fully.
And then the tag along, wee little bones. Are you just tagging along for the ride?
Well, Pupper's just so nice. I like to go with Pupper, because Pup takes me where I need to go.
Awesome. So the three of you are walking through the town, the central square of this little town, this little village, and you see two humanoids pounding up signs all over the notice board. Specifically, the one that you guys see has the worm there on the picture. It says wanted. And how long have you guys been here in this village, out of curiosity? I'll roll a die.
Always a good idea.
You guys have been here for 10
We little
days.
bones we little bones and keep track of time like that.
That's right. You guys have been in this village for about 10 days. And you would actually recognize the village owner, the village leaders of... I pulled it down. Hold on. There it is. 𝒂𝒏 the Blade and 𝒂𝒏𝒄𝒂 the Elder. And they're chatting as they nail up the final nail in a scrolled piece of hide on the village notice board. And they turn and see you, and 𝒂𝒏 is the first one to speak up. You are those newcomers to the town, yeah?
Yes, that would be us. What is this strange being that you're putting up?
Well, it's been interrupting our trade around town, and it's been attacking the trade route. We've had many people cited.
I see.
There's
It brings death to those it comes across, does it not?
Oh, yes, it destroys their equipment. It's not much bigger than those harbor seals over there swimming. And it points out across the water.
And yet in so strange a form, it carries much danger with it. It must be eradicated.
Sheshu, the elder, speaks up. Well, I think it's much bigger than those, and from what I hear, it is very capable of destroying everything.
Where are your
We'll
beats?
see when we come across it.
Oh, wait, you're going to go kill this? We have about 16 gold pieces worth of shiny things for you, if you do so.
Yes, a reward for this. That would make our journey easier.
I mean, why else would you just go kill it? I mean, it would not affect you.
Yes, keep thinking that way.
Jorn kind of scratches his chin, and he looks up at you guys and goes, "Oh, actually, for 5 silver pieces, you can rent my dogs. It'll help get you quicker. You can travel right across the ice." And he points across the bay. Or you can walk. I mean, that's fine too.
So they're sled dogs.
Yes.
Puppies?
It just kind of comes out of the backpack.
Yes,
voice comes
we
out of the
think
backpack.
it's
not the thing, not wee little bones.
Why is your backpack speaking?
I have a funny little companion. It has an affinity for puppies.
He looks at you quizzically. Will it eat my dogs?
Hasn't eaten this dog yet.
Okay.
I don't really know. Maybe we should find out.
The trip, Seshu speaks up. The trip across the Whitefang Bay might find troubling. If you rent the sled dogs, you'll get to your destination a lot quicker.
And we'll have something to eat.
There's a smile across Bjorn's face. Puppies got jokes.
No, puppies have jowls and bellies. Visage, what do you think? Do you want to bother with their troubles here, or shall we continue on to the next town? We don't really need anything here. It's been a pleasant stay enough, but not exactly the warmest of receptions. Let us hurry on. We will head over the mountains you
guys...
I want to see the puppies.
We can go see the puppies, and then we will leave them happily here.
We can't ride on the puppies?
Perhaps we can arrange for the dogs to take us to the local outposts.
We'll pay you. You don't have to do this. I just thought that you guys look like you could handle yourselves.
We can, but why can we not handle the beast yourself? You have beast masters and lore masters, and they should go out and chase these for you. Go find some of the Olfin. They will love a hunt.
I'm not sure why they don't seem to want to hunt it. It is why we put up the bounty. Of course, I thought that you don't have to do this, and that's fine. I just thought this would be a good way for you to make money. I'm sure one of the orphans will step up and hunt it before you. Maybe you're not capable.
Let's see what we know about this thing.
Nor are there supply routes that have been taken out by this creature, it seems.
did somebody say they wanted to like recall knowledge?
Yeah.
Essentially.
Let's see what we got here.
Arcana. What kind of lores do you have? No, you don't.
I'm
have
sorry,
lore.
what's being recalled knowledge on?
The creature.
I have ancient regions.
Oh. I'll
Yeah.
use my esoteric knowledge.
Oh, that's right. You have that.
You guys are too fast. Switching to the
Zach,
maps.
I can't see your dice. You're gonna change that to secret, or not private, but the other one. Blind GM roll.
What?
Oh, right, it's blind. Oops.
Public roll or blind GM roll?
Blind GM roll. If you both want to re-roll those, blindly
Okay.
to me.
Okay, got it.
Please. That's more fun for our listeners. All right.
Yeah, question marks in the
Visage.
chat. Always good.
Always good. All right. Visage. You remember that was a regular success. And Tongle, you are unsure. But Visage, you are thinking with the description of what they're saying, it's probably a drake or a worm of some sort. They're smaller cousins to the dragons, lack some of the more power. They lack some of their more powerful cousins' most terrifying abilities, but still dangerous nonetheless. Jorn says that there's a fin that runs down its spine, and he believes that the creature is to be a silver dragon.
No. You look at the depiction. It seems more along the lines of a drake. It will not be as ferocious of a dragon, but it does have quite a few similarities.
Mm-hmm.
Now,
does this mean I can
speaking
get
about
some
those
dragon
dogs,
bone?
since this creature is obviously, taking care of a lot of your trade routes, you're probably suffering greatly. If you could be a kind lad and throw us a bone, you can help us get over there much easier than the 5 silver pieces offered.
A giggle comes from the backpack.
Are you attempting to request or like make the cheaper on the?
Yeah.
Give me a diplomacy check, please. All right. Jorn looks at you and says, I think that if you don't bring me back the Wyrm, you will owe me 6 silver pieces for the ride. Yes?
And so we bring him back alive.
Not alive. No, I meant to bring me back a sign, its head, its fang, its fin, something that I know it is dead.
It's bones.
Do not bring it back alive.
So we bring back, we kill the creature, take a trophy, bring it to you, and we'll get the sled ride for free.
Yes. And you'll get the 16 gold pieces in treasures that I promised.
Very well. We shall take care of this nuisance for you.
Now, for our newer to Pathfinder 2nd edition, 16 gold pieces is actually a good chunk of change. I don't remember the exact ratio from Pathfinder 1st edition, but it's a big difference.
Yeah.
Yeah, basically a silver piece in Pathfinder 2 is a gold piece in Pathfinder 1.
Okay.
Just so you
Silver
guys
standard
know.
instead of gold standard.
Yep.
Okay.
In Pathfinder 1, the reward would be like 160 gold pieces.
Just wanted to throw that out there.
I think Tonga will kind of move aside to Visage away from the others in the town, and of course bring wee little bones with them. What is it you seek from this beast? Do you just wish to slay it? Is the gold of any real consequence here?
Yes. If they hear the voices crying out, I think this is why I came to begin with. Something was amiss here.
Hmm.
I think I have finally found it.
Indeed, to me it seems to be a harvester of this death and plague upon these people. It will be fascinating to see what it is that nearly brings them to so much ruin. Perhaps it has laid waste to many cultures, towns, lands before this. Maybe it has a legacy of it. It is very intriguing. It is a shame that the local townsmen just see it as nothing but business and exchange.
Yes, all life seems to be more complicated than they let on. Feeling without any interesting experiences. They go about their days in simple terms, not realizing that one consequence can shape the world they now live.
What about you, wee little thing? Does this
I
intrigue
want
you?
to ride the puppies and get new bones.
Okay. Well, that is as guiding a force as any. We'll go hitch up the team, pack our provisions, see if there's anything more that you can learn, any more tales. Who knows? And then I'll
We'll
go.
find out for you.
I'll go make things
All right,
ready
see you
and
guys.
give wee little Bones a chance to play with the puppers.
You guys head over to the dog sleds and begin to load up. An hour later, you begin to depart. During that hour, though, could you give me a roll from Visage in finding more information amongst the town? You could use society, or if you want to just do more lore checks as if you were researching.
I guess lore checks. It would be, I'll put in the modifier, but basically anything. I guess it would technically be a -2 because of the diver's knowledge.
Well, when you roll a nat 20,
Oh, snap.
I'll reveal it just to show you. You quickly figure out with using triangulation of where the attacks are, and what's happening. You definitely get the idea of where the general area of the den is, and with that, you also know that this is not a drake nor a dragon. It is a giant worm.
When you say giant, what size category?
In Pathfinder Second Edition terms, technically it's still a medium creature.
Okay. I was just trying to figure that out.
Interesting.
So what is different about the worms versus drakes?
The worm, this particular, let me see if I can bring it up. This is, first of all, not the best question for me, but this is a tassel worm.
Oh,
I'm not
tassel worm. Nice.
So I'm not as familiar. I believe the difference is they don't have back legs, right? The drakes have back legs and a worm does not.
A drake has wings and back legs, like Skyrim.
But not
Yeah.
A worm
forearms.
has front legs and is serpentine.
Yeah. Thank
Okay.
you. All right.
Ew.
So you guys begin to head across. I'm sorry. Would you relay that information to your teammates?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
What we hunt is a worm. Front legs, but the back is like a snake. Expect what it could come with if it truly has the ideas of a snake. It will be smarter than a lot will give it credit for.
There's great prestige in slaying these things, at least if they are anything like the great Lenorn worms of the north. It makes kings. Let us see.
Will we little bones get to be a king?
Do you wish to be a king?
No.
Well, then you may pretend to be a king to your heart's content while it lasts.
Okay. But I'll get some bones. Yes?
Yes, you may pick out the prettiest of bones.
Oh, good. And she hops on the cart ready to go, forgetting that she's supposed to hide in the backpack.
I want to make an occultism roll to see how the killings around have maybe influenced religion, magics, and wards. What kind of a legacy and impression has it left on the people for its threat?
Interesting, because I would say probably more society, but
I want to see. I want to
I'll-
see the more grand effects, I suppose, but society would be
Okay.
fair as well. Let's do society.
I mean, I was going to let you argue and say that it was very much worth rolling your occultism, but
There we go.
awesome. You with that roll would know that slaying this worm would bring your name would be written in the books here as somebody who helped the town. Maybe not a full-blown hero, but is that what you're looking for?
I'm looking at what the terror and trauma of having this creature here has already done to them. Like, do people
there's
just
definitely fear. There's fear and fear of not having enough goods for trade and be able to get food back and forth from amongst the ice and via the ship. Because the way they survive is through trade.
Can we see your sex roll?
No.
Okay, just checking.
That was a trick question. The voice in the sky asks if they can see Zek's roll.
I am the god of the stream.
Hey.
All right, so you guys begin your departure out across the ice, Whitefang Bay. Now, then we're going to do a little exploration activity. So you guys choose what you're going to do: investigate, scout, search, follow the expert. There's a couple different options.
can we track? What
Yep.
what do we do for trekking? I seem to be pretty good at that.
Let me bring it up.
Probably survival.
Okay.
And the only reason I'm allowing track is because of the critical success on the research that Visage was doing, because technically you would have to do search first to find the tracks.
Okay.
But Visage has created the area for which you can do that. And yes, you would have to roll survival.
Nice.
So you may, and then what would the other two be doing during this exploration mode?
I mean, if we're being frank about it, Wee Little Bones is probably trying to ride the puppers as they trot along.
Oh, I love it.
But I'm not sure how that would affect anything.
No, I think that's more of just a
probably
flavor.
what we're doing.
It takes away from you're not searching or scouting or investigating anything. But it's beautiful.
I guess if anything, Visage will just be keeping an eye out, because he's thinking that this creature will probably try ambushing them.
Scouting then?
I think so.
Okay, yep. That gives a +1 if we go into combat. All right, so an hour into your sledding across this frozen bay, you find the tracks in the snow or in the ice and marked all over. Could I have a perception check, please, from the person doing this scout or search activities? So that would be Visage.
All right.
Very nice. You instantly spot this trickery. The paths have been crossed over multiple times, and you can tell that one it heads off into some unstable ice. It looks like it might even be collapsing, and then the other, it circles back in front of it and goes off towards where you have figured out that the layer is most likely.
It seems like we can either go to the unstable ice that way, or to its probable lair that way. I suppose we should probably go to the lair, but what do y'all think?
Wee Little Bones puts on her kettle helmet, or her pot helmet, and gets out her kitchen knife out of her little baggie that has all of her other bones in it, and says,
We are ready.
Awesome. So you guys head towards the lair of the worm, and you avoided
The lair it is.
the collapsing ice hazard.
Yeah, let's avoid that. Let's go dig in.
What are we avoiding?
He looks around, probably too light to do anything to the ice.
We're avoiding going for a little swim.
Oh, but I like swimming.
Well, you can be sure to enjoy it after we have encountered the beast. Unfortunately,
So you go ahead. Sorry.
I require breathing.
Oh,
Let us go find this lair. Do we have an idea of what kind of a lair this thing would make?
All right. So you guys head off and in the direction following the tracks. A lot of help from Visage. Successfully finding the lair about 3 hours later. So you've done 4 hours of traveling as you've arrived to an upthrust of ice in the middle of the bay. And you can definitely see an entrance that goes into it. So you guys are standing outside of this cavern. The northern sun is still high in the sky, and the rays of light definitely are reflecting throughout the cavern, as you can see from outside.
Nice.
So what do you guys do? Do you just walk right in?
So I guess for our Tongo, you probably need to do some sort of survival for figuring out when was the last time it was here.
Okay.
Is somebody rolling survival?
Yeah, I think so.
Awesome. Fantastic. With that roll, you would assume it looks like the creature is within the den.
We have caught a dwelling.
Looks like it may have even... Go ahead.
We have caught a dwelling within. It is ready to greet us. Let us go. We will encounter the beast, see what it's made of. Maybe it is well contented and happily eating away at some poor hapless bear.
Ooh, will I get bare bones then?
Well,
Bare bones.
and she looks at herself and toddles off towards the entrance.
This
I love it.
funny little thing. Should we stealth in?
We don't have tokens on the screen.
Yep, I'm not going to give you tokens until you tell me the order. So I was just waiting. I was giving you guys a minute.
I'm willing to go in first.
Yeah, we should try stealthing in. Right. This is gonna be in the middle. Keep the light in the middle.
Okay.
I see nothing but black.
Yep, I'm going to drop your token in. You guys are rolling some stealth checks.
Oh, okay.
we go.
Nice. How does...
So you guys can move yourself within this square as you enter the building, the area.
All right.
You guys have vision, correct?
Yeah.
Yes. We're in kind of like a tactical free form here.
Yeah, that you're in a weird position because you don't see anything around the corner.
All right. Well, I assume we're going to be sneaking.
Yeah. As you attempt to sneak around the corner, a voice booms out. What are you doing here?
You better not let Wee Little Bones answer, because she gonna be straight about it.
Actually...
Can I tell what direction it came from?
Came from the east of you.
East?
West.
Like where we came from?
Nope. Sorry.
Okay.
You are east of the creature. Sorry.
Yeah.
That was a bad one.
And what do you... what are you?
I am Salarn.
Are you the worm that's been in the area?
This is my area.
It seems like people around here don't take kindly to that idea.
I am king of this place. And who trespasses here?
Wee Little Bones goes over to her and goes over to Tongo and says, "You're right. They made kings."
They do indeed. Well, how fortunate it is willing to speak with us. Let us find out who it is. And Tonga will address the creature. None trespass here but those who are unwelcomed. Perhaps we can converse a while. We have no claim to your lands. Rather, a deep interest in understanding the nature of your kingdom.
This is my kingdom, yes. Are you here to steal more of my fish?
You desire fish? We have no desire for your fish.
This is my kingdom, and those are my fish.
You must be speaking of the townspeople. We pass through. We will not take any fish if you do not wish. Does this please you?
Of course. But all of those other fishermen constantly taking my fish. They must stop it, or pay me in fish.
How much fish do you want?
Enough to fill my belly.
But you're really big, aren't you?
Do you wish to see me?
Well, most certainly, and indeed.
Well, I don't know.
We'll, I guess, to Wee Little Bones, we'll see how shiny perhaps his bones really are. Oh, there we go.
Okay.
From behind the wall, a creature appears to you. And I shared it in chat, so our people can also see it.
Ooh. I see.
I just need enough fish to keep growing.
More growing? But you look big already.
It travels across to over here.
I guess I'd lean over to Visage and be like, it will consume the fish until it has grown to a size which it can consume the town, perhaps. That would be most fascinating. But at the time, it doesn't seem to seek death and destruction, only to be fed. It may not be really worth our interest.
That goes against what the townspeople have said. It has already sown death, attacked supply routes. This fish story doesn't make sense.
To the worm.
You there, worm. I wish to know. Apparently, there's a lot of stories about you attacking supply routes and even sowing death amongst people. Are these true?
It's my life or theirs.
And why did you attack?
Those are my fish.
As you see, he even says he attacks. He doesn't play.
Great Worm, when do you next intend to go hunting for the townsfolk?
It pauses and takes quite a while to answer the question. I do not hunt the townsfolk. I hunt for the fishes that they steal.
You don't even eat them?
Of course I eat them. What a waste of death that would be.
But you said you don't hunt them. If you hunt something, you eat something.
I didn't want to waste it.
Or I didn't want to waste it either. But I don't eat the meat. I just take the bones.
It paces around impatiently. So you are in my lair? You've come to question me? You have found it here? And my patience grows thin.
Well, we didn't come to question you to start with. To start with, we came to kill you, but I don't know that we're going to do that anymore.
Yeah, as you say that, instantly they go into a very combative state. I'll allow you one reaction to calm the dragon.
To calm the dragon? I mean...
Or the worm.
I mean, I don't want to necessarily calm it.
Not Wee Little Bones. At this point, it's Visage and Tongo. Would you just go?
I don't think either of us want to calm it.
Awesome.
No.
All right, roll
I think
initiative.
we're just
then.
drawing.
Yep, I'm going to...
All right,
Oh, wait, initiative first, right? Yeah.
Yep.
Amazing.
I will eat you all then. So to roll initiative, 𝒂𝒏𝒄𝒂,
That's what I'm looking
on the
for.
gray bar, it's under attributes and it says initiative perception. If you're in your character sheet, it is on the left-hand side and it's under initiative. And you just hit the little dice. And then a pop-up menu will pop up.
Ah, there it is.
Awesome. All right, we begin this encounter. Visage, you begin the combat with 3 actions. What are you going to do?
All right, first things first, I'm going to exploit weakness. Basically, I do a knowledge check against its DC, and if I succeed, well, I could go off of all that. Oh. 12. I'm going to guess that's probably a failure.
That is a failure, yes.
Alright, failing to recall, you instead attempt to exploit a more personal vulnerability. You can exploit only the creature's personal antithesis. Okay. And my weapon attacks count as magical against it.
Okay.
Alright, so then with my 2 other actions, I just prepare a strike when it gets in range.
Okay. Wee little bones.
Let me see. We Little Bones will step over to behind behind. Let me see. Move is one action.
Yep.
And then magic weapon will be cast on the weapon that her pupper paladin will use.
Okay. So if you hit
That's
cast
that.
for me,
Okay.
and it will automatically use the spell. Did you hit it?
Yeah.
I wonder
It might
why I
just
didn't.
be me.
Oh, there it is.
There we go.
There it is. Now,
Oops, sorry, I clicked on something.
you're good. I'm going to delete yours.
Okay, good.
There we go. All right. Which weapon, Tongo, which weapon would you draw out?
A javelin.
Your war flail, your dagger, your... All right.
He's got to throw his sticks and go get them.
That's what he's gonna do. That is how puppers do. We're gonna throw sticks.
Salarin moves forward and goes, ah, that dogs, they always taste the best.
All right, and then I will
We Little
slash at
Bones
it.
goes, oh, it eats the puppies.
Miss.
Visage, you swing your short sword towards Salarin as it comes up to get into Tongo's face. Its first action is going to be a breath attack. Belches a puff of frigid vapor into the face of you. Can you please, Tongo,
Yep.
𝒂𝒏𝒄𝒂's character, please give me a fortitude save?
Is that a line or a single target?
Single target.
Okay.
That's a
Yeah,
success.
you should swap your. You
Nice.
should stop. Put your rolls back to public instead of
Oh,
blind.
I revealed it.
Okay,
So
cool.
you're only clumsy one as the breath hits your face.
okay.
And then his last action is going to be to claw at you. Missing you.
At least he's not rolling like those big mice, those big rats in the other game.
That's
just so you know,
horrible.
clumsy one is your movements become clumsy and inexact. Clumsy always includes a value. You take the status penalty equal to that condition value to dexterity-based checks and DCs.
Okay.
Just so you know. So it is Tongo's turn.
Okay. So, Pongo is just going to try and stab this thing 3 times. But as the beach approaches and like hits him with this frigid air, he will welcome the beast and saying, "Come, test yourself against us and earn again your kingdom. That is the way of things." And with that, I'm going to stab.
Okay.
So let's see. Under actions, so I
So
roll the javelin strike.
Yep, you're gonna roll the +5, 0, and the -5 for all 3 actions.
Okay.
So first you're gonna do the +5, and then you're gonna do the +0. That misses
Okay.
as you stab out.
So if I roll this again, will it know to put that penalty on?
Nope, you're gonna
Use
click.
map minus. Yeah, the first map minus.
You see where it says map -5.
No, I don't.
Do you see where it says minus, or it says +0?
Oh.
There we
I was
go.
wondering if
Oh,
that was.
that's a hit though. Oh, wait a minute.
No,
That
it
was
still
not-
has that
It should be
5. I'm really
minus
just
5,
not
yeah.
sure where that is.
You're okay. With -5 penalty because it's your multi-attack, that misses.
Oh, that's what map means. Okay, gotcha. So this next one will
yep,
have it in there.
multi-attack penalty.
Got it.
Yep. All right. All 3 javelin pokes miss,
Oh dear.
and Salarin looks you in the eyes and goes, "Tasty doggos."
Nobody eats doggos.
Visage.
All right. So Visage, he is going to oh, it's not loaded up. I'll drag it on. He's going to have the skin starts coming out between his bandages that have eyes and mouths on them as he begins to demoralize Solarian.
All right, roll that intimidation check. That is a failure.
Oh, well, I'll move behind him and I'll strike him.
Missing.
Would the 16 hit or no?
16 would hit.
Okay.
Oh, that's right, because you have the bonus. Wait a minute. If you're talking for flat-footed, that is calculated with a flat-footed bonus.
Oh, sorry. Yeah,
Oops.
get rid of that then.
All right, you did not hit. It automatically did it. Wee little bones.
We little bones will go over right about here and try to say, nobody eats my little doggies.
And will say something to itself. So that's a move. Now we're going to cast Ancestral Touch from our Divine Focus point.
Okay.
It says, ashes, ashes, we all fall down, and attempts to Ancestral Touch.
They succeed by 1.
Nice.
So that is,
Okay.
they take half damage. So still roll damage.
Okay.
And they take half.
Do 1. And I have 1 focus pool now.
Yep, you have 1 focus point.
So I'll
Yep.
need to make sure. Okay. So that was 1.
Yep, that is technically
2.
1
A
action.
move action. I guess I could go all the way up and try again to get all the way up on the focus points. I think that does a spell like that take map, since it's a touch spell.
Technically, yes.
Okay, then it won't. Instead, it'll just use the 8 action for.
Technically haven't made an attack yet, so he
Oh,
won't
you
have
know
a
what?
penalty.
Actually, that does not have the attack trait. Interesting. So no.
Okay, then I will try to do an Ancestral Touch again. Because that makes sense for what We Little Bones would do. So we're going to cast that again.
I'm just double checking. Has the divine trait? Nope. I think that you can use it again.
Okay,
I wasn't
it is
expecting
done.
2 hands.
I guess that's what she did. She kind of picked it up and she's got both her hands.
Awesome. Another success. Roll damage.
All right.
Why do you keep touching me?
I imagine that it's another 1 damage. And I'm at max focus now. So.
All right. Solarian, unsure why it's being touched, but really wants to taste that puppers. First action is going to bite. That's going to be a hit.
Nice.
Tongo, you take 10 points of damage.
Woof.
As it bites, as Solarian bites you. Then claws out at you, hitting you yet again. And that's with the penalty. Ooh, that is 12 points of damage, which actually is going to bring you down to dying. 1.
Yep.
Solarian smiles as you go down and turns to Visage. He goes, I will taste this next. Hitting you on the money for 13
You stop
points.
rolling so high?
Sorry. So Tongo, you actually move in the initiative order to right above Solarian, just so you know when you go unconscious.
Okay.
Visage, what do you do?
Demoralize again.
That is a
Find
success.
one.
Better be.
And I will try striking at him.
Missing.
Why does this happen to me? Alright, I'm gonna just try attacking again.
Missing again. These
All right.
low rolls on the dice.
End turn.
All right, wee little bones. Your puppers has gone down to the ground.
Tongo! So it'll actually use its real name. Alright, let me see. I was supposed to have rolled something for this too. As an oracle. Let me see. Oracular curse, okay. I've got to roll to see which ancestor's dominant. I think it says. So 3. I think that's the spell casting one. Preferred action is to cast a spell.
Yep.
Moderate curse benefit, major curse benefit. Non-cantrip spells without duration.
Oh,
I think I only get the moderate right now. So-
Yeah, I think you've gone to moderate.
Yep, you are at moderate.
So I can't get up to maximum until later. But that means I'm going to be casting a spell. So you gain a status bonus to their damage and healing equal to the spell's level. Alright, we're going to cast Harm. And I don't have to move, so we're going to do all 3 actions. Wait. That's you disperse negative energy in 30-foot. No.
Yeah, please don't do that.
Yes, that would hurt. That would hurt Tongo.
A lot.
I forgot that. I forgot that the stack was for how far what it did, not necessarily how much damage.
Yeah.
Okay.
The
So-
second one is going to do the most damage.
Mm.
Especially at this level.
The range is touch though, and it's right there. So let me see. Does this have the attack tag? It doesn't look like it.
Nope. Yeah, I don't think it does.
So I can do all 3 actions on this? No, I can't.
You can do 2, which is going to be it's a 1d8 plus 8. Or
Alright.
Yep.
All right, let's do harm versus living. We'll do a level. If I can do 2 level 1s, or I can do 2 as a verbal and somatic.
See, I wish it
Right.
worked that way. You can only do. You only have 1 spell slot left, essentially.
Okay. I was missing that then. Okay,
Okay.
so we're gonna try and do what we can.
All right.
So we're going to try and do a harm double at the 2.
All right. So in the chat box, if you click harm versus living, it should cast it for you. I don't know if you see that.
It says lacks permission to update chat message.
Oh, well, let me do that. All right, go ahead and hit the cast button then. I don't know why it's giving me a hard time.
Okie dokie.
And then
Cast.
Now hit the harm versus living and see what happens. Now this is automatic damage because it's a living creature, correct? Yes. Or do they still have to make the fortitude save? Let me double check.
Save DC is 17 basic fort for half, I would guess.
Yeah, that's what's happening here. All right. Your spell goes out and they do a failure, so roll damage.
Yes! Yay!
Oh.
2! A
Plus 8.
grand total of 2 plus 8.
It's 10 damage.
I mean, so far, Wee Little Bones has done the most damage to Veg on this thing.
Yeah.
Wee Little Bones has 1 action left.
Do you have a
Gonna.
heal?
I do not. Yeah, Wee
Okay.
Little Bones is not that type of a oracle.
But I do have an aid action I can do. So I guess I will aid. Oh, Visage. Well, am I allowed to make a? Is this how? Is stabilizing a thing that in second edition?
If you have one, there's the option of the spell, or two, if you have healer's kit, which you do not, you could stabilize using the healer's kit.
So I can't stabilize by rolling medicine.
No,
Yeah.
you can if you have the healer's tools.
Oh, okay. All right. Well then, nope. I'll have to do an aid action. I don't think an aid action would benefit Tongo, but
Correct.
it would benefit Visage. So we'll do an aid action for Visage.
Okay. And what are you rolling to give them aid?
Deception does not do like a flat-footed thing. That's
No,
only
you-
for.
They'll be feigning.
Yeah,
Right.
you do faint. Yep.
Okay, I'll do that with deception.
All right. So that's directly against Solarn. So go ahead and roll that then. Roll your deception.
Nice.
Oh, nice. That
Wow.
is that a critical success right now? Let me double check. This might be what
The
you needed.
Tesla worm just doesn't
Oh,
know what to make of this pile of wee little bones.
It is
Yeah,
unsure.
It's wee little bones that keeps hurting it just by touching it.
Oh, very nice. Because of the frightened 1 condition, that is a critical success.
Sick.
So that
Ooh.
means that it is completely off guard, and its target is flat-footed against melee attacks that you attempt till the end of your next turn.
Nice.
Oh, okay.
So, Tongo, it's your turn. Can you please make me a recovery check?
How do?
So that is under you. That is under utility, and there is a button that's not there.
Utility?
Oh, there it is. It says recovery check. Yep. And if you're in your character sheet,
Yep.
it is next to the dying value, and it says recovery check. It's a little die. When you hover over it, it says recovery check. Are you on? Are you on? And you are you? Have you opened up your character sheet?
Got it.
Awesome.
No circumstance bonuses. Okay.
You're dying. That is a failure.
Oh.
You go to dying 2.
Nice.
No, hold on, little pup.
This might just be the end of my
Just to let
sword.
you know, Jacob, I'm getting PTSD from all your first encounters.
Yeah, apparently I rocked up all first encounters with being super deadly.
Did you apply the epic
Solaren.
template?
I did not. Nope, this is just how it's going to go. Solaren turns to wee little bones because it's frightened of Visage. Is going to make 1 bite attack.
Is it frightened of Visage or frightened of everybody?
It's technically
'Cause
frightened of everybody, but it takes a penalty to this, which it automatically calculated in as frightened -1.
Okay.
And so wee little bones gets hit for 8 points of damage.
Oof.
And then Solaren, feeling rather damaged and frightened of Visage, takes its next action and runs up into the next area and attempts a hide. It is written in the character sheet. That is something, and they're going to do something up there. So we're going to stay in initiative order, though. Visage, what are you doing?
Alright, so now that I have a chance, I'm going to go over Tongo and feed him the healing potion minor.
Nice.
All right. You are healed 7 points, so you are no longer dying. Oh, just kidding, wrong way. You are just wounded and on the ground.
All right.
And I will, I guess, draw my hand cannon.
All right. We let the bones. The dragon had taken enough damage from you met its threshold essentially, and it took off into the next area.
Wee Little Bones is very upset and will say, "You can't get away from Wee Little Bones." And when it says Wee Little Bones, it's multiple voices that say Wee Little Bones.
No, wow.
So it's gonna move. Let me see. I'm at 25 feet right here.
All right, stop right there. As you step there, roll the sheer slick of ice causes you to start to slip. Do me a favor and give me a acrobatics check.
Okay. Acrobatics. I at least have a positive. Oh, not bad.
Oh, that's actually a success.
Nice.
So you begin to slip and slide, and you catch yourself, and you.
Her little toe bones, her little phalange, tarsals. Her little tarsals go and scrape into the ice to steady herself.
That's great imagery. And you, as you
get back over here.
as you come around the corner, you see the Solarian trying to hide around the corner and munching on a fish.
We're coming for you.
I don't know how to eat you.
Good. And so that was one move.
Yep.
It would move. Wee Little Bones is very upset, so it would just come right up here and try to stab.
All right. It is flat-footed.
I don't
to you,
think
so
I
let me
need
put
to.
flat-footed in there for you, real quick.
I don't think I need to roll again for my ancestor.
Okay.
But let me make sure. The ancestry change only happens at initiative, I think.
Okay.
Okay. I'm pretty sure that's how it is.
Okay.
And you Oracle players can always let us know down in the comments below if we're doing it wrong. But that means that I think I have a negative modifier. Ancestors. Minor curse.
Oh, because you're not casting a spell.
Right. Non-captured spells without duration can status bonus through damage is healing. The flat D check DC to okay. I just have to make a check, a flat check to make sure I can do it.
Okay.
Which is only 6. So that's just a flat check is just a D20 check, right?
You roll a D20. Yep. And if you get 6 or lower, it gives you a penalty.
Okay.
Or you can't do it at all. I'm asking you.
It's other action is 6. You get the mod curse benefit listed below. I think I can't do it.
Okay.
Okay. Oh, here it is. When you try to use other flat checks, DC, on failure, you spend the action but gain no effect.
Okay.
Okay. All right. So public roll. I guess just /R 1d20. 2. So that was 2 moves, and I guess the confusion of the spirits that swirl inside of it keep it from stabbing appropriately.
Uh-oh. Tongo, you are laying in the snow, icy ground. You are no longer dying, but you are wounded 1. It takes 1 action to stand up.
All right, let's do that. Is there somewhere I have to click to actually perform that action?
Nope, just tell me and I'll take away your prone.
Yep.
So, yay, it's gone. You stand up?
Yeah, stand up, I guess.
Careful
maybe.
of the ice.
I'm steady enough. Thanks for getting me back on my feet. It's not that...
No time the bones went that way.
The beast still lives?
Yes.
Then the game is on. And I will begin moving so I can... Oh, see? From here I can see it?
Yep, it is lesser coverage. But yes, you can see Solaren and Wee Little Bones going at it.
Okay.
This big, almost large creature, and these wee little bones.
Yep.
Does Wee Little Bones look damaged? And can Wee Little Bones look damaged?
Wee little bones. Let's see, my max is 15. 7. Probably has. Wee little bones looks on the outside like dried bones, but inside you see that part of her or its bones are cracked up, and there's little dribbles of blood and marrow that are starting to seep out.
Okay. In that case, I'm going to move up one more. That should still be within the right range, right, for one motion? 25?
Correct.
Yep.
As you
And
step there,
you would-
go ahead.
I was just going to tell him, you would know from your adventuring together that if you use healing magic on wee bones, that doesn't work the right way.
Oh, I know that, yeah.
Yep.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Zechariah,
Yep.
your Shuni begins to slip on the ice. Do me a favor and give me an acrobatics check to maintain balance.
Absolutely. We can do that. We have that technology.
A 12 is a failure, but you were moving in this direction, so you spin over to there. It is written, this is how this trap is written,
Okay.
or hazard, I should say, because they're not traps. And you do not crash into a wall, you crash into the ground, and you are back into prone. So you don't take damage.
Sure.
Not flat-footed, wrong button. But you are prone on the ground as you smack into the snow.
Okay, so is that still one
But you're
action?
still next to, that is still only one action, yes.
All right, then I want to cast. What do we have here? We're going to cast Touch of Corruption on Wee Little Bones.
Yep.
Excuse me.
Click that cast button.
And then do I have to click something else to
click-
roll, or does
Yep,
that
there's a
automatically do
healing
it?
button at the bottom
Ah.
in the chat box. If you click that, it'll... what does it look like as you touch?
So, being on the ground, he's going to reach out and put his paws out, as though he's like almost scooping up or holding delicately the bones, and he's going to kind of, in a grumble, gruff kind of chant, there's just kind of echoes and rumbles around in the side of the cave, just delicately. And with that is going to invoke out to the deities that the story of these bones is not yet complete. Whatever it is, whatever it needs to continue, must be granted. And then I trust that the bones will continue with that.
Well, the wee little bone is darkly healed for 6 points of damage.
Nice.
Nice. Yes, very appreciated. Very appreciated.
Solaren is no longer flat-footed or frightened.
That should be what?
Solaren...
Okay.
Say it again?
Is that
I
two
think that's all
actions?
3 of your actions.
Okay. Good.
Let me look. Stand up. You had to stand up. Move. Yep, that's all 3.
All right.
Because you had to stand up in the beginning.
That's true.
You just had to. You ended up prone. Solaren cackles and looks at the wee little bones and goes, "The puppy friend is back for more."
Don't you touch my puppy!
End me if you can.
It has been 2 rounds, so its first action it does the breath attack. Please give me a DC 17 Fortitude save.
Who?
You, wee little
Okay.
bones.
Fort. Okay. Oh. There we go. Roll. Do you see that almost do an 18?
I do. I
That's-
also want to remind you all that you have a hero point you can spend.
Oh,
So you would right click on in the chat box and you can re-roll using a hero point. Right where?
Right
Right.
click.
Yep.
Reroll using hero point. Okay.
That is better, but it's still a failure.
At least it's not a critical failure.
Yes, that's true. All right. The breath hits you for 14 points of damage. That's actually going to put you down to dying.
Let me see.
Oh.
Weebones can collapse. So let me make sure that that is something that would not help me right now.
Yeah, I think that's only against a critical hit.
An enemy strike against you, yes, is a critical hit. Okay. Cancel. Okay. So it actually would have been better if it had crit. But
What
anyway.
what happens if they crit on you?
If they crit, I can use collapse as the type of skeleton that I am.
Okay.
And I collapse into a pile of bones. It negates the critical hit, basically.
Does it make it
But-
go up to a...
While
Oh,
collapse.
Just to a normal.
Okay, so it still would have hit you like this.
Yeah.
Okay. And 𝒔𝒏𝒄𝒂 second action moves over to the puppers and attempts to shove into the ice. Hold on. All right. 𝒔𝒂𝒅, your fortitude DC is a 16. They're going to attempt to shove you. This roll is going to have a penalty of -5 because technically the attack trait happened.
Okay.
So that's only an 11. 11 does
Okay.
not successfully shove you. And then you also have reactions, by the way. I wanted to remind you of. You have you put a foe who dared harm you in their proper place. You command your enemy to kneel before you in obedience. If they dare to refuse, they pay a price.
Right.
There's that. You want to read through that. So.
Oh yeah. Can I use that in
Okay.
this condition here, since it has damaged me, or attempted to?
I think it has. It did attempt. I don't think it was not successful. Let me double check it real quick. The trigger is, it has to be within 15 feet damages you, and he did not damage you this time.
Okay, and I didn't have a chance to respond that first time really because it dropped me in 1. I guess
Correct.
it did drop me in
Yep.
2, but that's fine. We'll make it a moment later on.
All right. And as the end of 𝒔𝒏𝒄𝒂's turn, Visage.
All right, so can't really see much, so I'm gonna move up. All right, we'll try intimidation once again.
That is a failure.
Failure, and might as well try shooting.
That is a critical hit, though.
Wow.
Look at that. You fire off a round. The loud sound cracks through. Some ice chunks fall in the room that you're in, but your pistol hits true to 𝒔𝒏𝒄𝒂. That one looks like it wounded 𝒔𝒏𝒄𝒂. It winces as the bullet pierces.
Nice.
What says this, Magix? Is that all 3 returns, Visage?
Yeah. I wish I had Witty come back.
Tango, it is your turn. You are on the ground next to 𝒔𝒏𝒄𝒂. You clearly see it wince from the bullet shot.
Is there a penalty for striking from prone with a javelin?
It would. I have to double check.
I think it's a -2.
Yep, -2.
Probably want to stand up first.
Let's stand up and hope that it doesn't have anything that allows it to react. First action stand.
Nope.
No? Still good?
Yep.
Yeah. Second edition got rid of a lot of AO attack of opportunity stuff.
They definitely make the battlefield way more movable.
Okay, so we're gonna go with a another javelin strike, and I'm going to encourage it to think a little differently. With, seems you should find new hunting grounds.
Wow, that is a nice hit. Roll damage. Oh, because you have magic weapon on there.
Nice.
Yep.
Yeah. So, as you pierce it with your javelin and you say those words, it looks at you, barely clinging onto life, and it crumples over and smacks into the ground. As it does so, the ice cavern does rumble a little bit, but not enough to take it down. The gunshot definitely did a good cracking in here, but that is the end of combat of the Salarn. But we're going to stay in initiative only because we have a person dying on the floor.
Yep.
And
A skeleton.
running low on options, 𝑽𝒊𝒏𝒄𝒂, it is your turn. Will you please give me a recovery check as your life essence is leaking out?
Yeah, it's probably the spiritual energy is probably fluttering and all that around it. So
Yep.
recovery action.
So
Where's
does
that
anyone
on the
have an
character
anti-healing potion?
Can I use my hero point
he-
to restore
if
a
he's-
focus point?
No, that is not possible. I love it. Now, I mean, if he succeeds at the recovery check and goes down to just unconscious, then technically, oh, look at that.
Aha!
So he does succeed, and so he is still unconscious. Oh, I gotta make you unconscious. But so now you guys can take time to do what you need to do. So technically, and I know, so 𝒂𝒏💄💂, you're kind of new.
Oh, you
can
take
take
10
minutes
minutes
to refocus.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. So you do know that.
Okay, so
All right.
can I... Ooh. So, I get to flavor my refocus, right?
Yeah. Go ahead.
So
love it.
I'm going to take that time to go rest in the coils of the slain 𝒂𝒐𝒏𝒄𝒂 to appreciate the end of this creature's story and the passing on to Pharasma's judgment. And I'm going to feel the warmth of the creature. If 𝒂𝒐𝒏𝒄𝒂 are a warm creature, I want to feel that moment of the life ending and of the story being finished, and I'll use that to focus.
I love it. As far as the warmth part, I would say that they are actually a little warm. I mean, they're a living creature, so. All right, so you do your focus and you do your healing. 𝑽𝒊𝒏𝒄𝒂, you come back to life as your friend is healing you, so you're no longer unconscious.
I mean, it's kind of unlife, but you know.
Well, we're gonna. Those are technical terms we're not gonna get into. Visage, during that 10 minutes, what is it you do before we jump to 𝑽𝒊𝒏𝒄𝒂's coming back?
So this is just probably gonna look at Tongo a little weirdly, and then just pull out the sword, cut off the worm's head, and just take that.
You're gonna cross the ice slick.
He's gonna carefully do so.
All right. You can either attempt to do an athletics check to break the ice and roughen its surface, or you can just try to balance across.
Athletics away.
Ah, look at that. You have disabled the trap, essentially, marring it up and getting across, and then you cut its head off. So while the Tongo is snuggling with the dead worm, you walk over and cut its head off.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's fine.
All
I
right.
appreciate that moment.
Tongo, you heal 𝑽𝒊𝒏𝒄𝒂's And we lit the bones. What is your reaction to this?
I imagine that the spiritual energies were trying to see a way and out of the cracked, bleeding bones. But as the energies come back in and coalesce, it kind of like comes back up, like those little dolls with the string in them, where you push the button and they fall down, and you let the button go and they come back up. It goes like, and it goes, where's it? And runs over to Tongo and just hugs on him. It was mean to me, and and it just runs over and tries stabbing on it, and then starts looking for bones.
Tonga will pull out his knife and start to like kind of carve the creature open up some of the bones, open up some of the scales, kind of look through the creature. He's not really like dissecting it like in any particular scientific way, just kind of exploring like what was this thing really made of. It is meat and it is bone and it is scale, and eventually want to kind of cut down to the belly to see what has it consumed, what kept its life going. I presume it's fish.
It's mostly just fish. Okay. Yes.
Anything of interest in its gut besides fish?
There is a dagger.
Okay. I will lay the dagger to rest next to the worm, but beside it. Someday somebody will come through and
they're being all weird. Oh.
Someday someone will come through and we'll see this and see the life that it took and the life that it lost.
So while they're being weird, Viz is just gonna, search throughout the lair to make sure there's no like babies or anything like that.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, as you spend 10 minutes searching around, avoiding the weirdness. Yeah, the lair is quite empty. It looks like they've been just living here alone.
Any loot or grave piles to dissect?
Sadly, there is not.
Wow.
That's kind of how the Pathfinder bounties work, though.
The bounty is the creature.
Yep. You get your 16 gold pieces worth of a reward.
Oh yeah. I was just a little interested because I guess that means it hasn't actually taken anything from the supply routes, just literally going in there. Well, probably the fish or whatever.
Yep,
and
eating all their fish,
back,
gnawing on them a little bit, and then coming back to its home.
It just boggles Visage's mind that it didn't actually take treasures.
Well, it's not exactly a dragon. It was truly just interested in fish.
Shouldn't have been interested in my dogs.
Oh, indeed. But it decided that a kingdom of fish was worth living and dying for, and I think that is quite fascinating.
That is a terrible life to live.
Well, it is settled now. That is orderly, and it will bring peace and order to the people of the village. We should go and let them know that it can return to that swiftly.
All right. So you guys take the 4-hour trek back with the sled dogs that you had parked outside.
Yeah, Viz's will also take the dagger, thinking it may be part of the supplies that it accidentally ate or something.
Mm-hmm. Visage, as you look at it, you would know that it's a +1 dagger.
Oh, snap. All right. Well, I don't think this is part of the supplies.
Definitely
No, definitely not. No.
Definitely not.
Absolutely. I don't need any more certainty. It is pretty clear. I talked to the Whispers. They said it's fine.
The whisper. Love it.
I've got whispers too. What do yours say?
That it was fine to take the dagger.
We have a long journey back. What do the whispers say? Little Bones, what did you make of this?
Oh, there's lots of whispers, she says as we're probably riding back. And she's not hiding like she's supposed to be right now. There's lots of them. Some of them say that it was a big meanie. Some of we bones say that it died for good reason. Some of the wee bones didn't like that it died. And then the loudest, she says that no creature should upset the balance in the way it was, and no creature should take more than its allotment of death. But she doesn't talk a lot.
Just very loudly.
Oh yes, she's so loud. Always loud when she talks.
All right. So you guys make it back to the village for which you've started. Crossed Whitefang Bay, successfully on the dog sled. You have the head of Slarn, and you approach the village. And one of the traders there, he notices you right away and sees the head and runs to fetch their names for what you pull up.
Unless someone told her to do different, Wee Little Bones would probably be sitting on top of the head with a little crown made of ribs from the deal, and say to Tongo, "I decided I want to be queen after all."
So as you approach the village, Jorn comes out with a couple of people behind him and Sashu following, and Jorn walks up to you and goes, "Oh, you did it! Well, that's not as nearly as big as I thought it was. Wait, what is that thing?"
Well, there
Waves.
was more to it. It's just the head.
No, not the thing riding the head with the crown.
The 𝒂𝒐𝒴 declared its
Have you
to be...
not seen bone before?
Wait.
Well said.
And they're gonna roll
The
a
reward?
die. You cut right to the chase, I see. Oh, that's not for Slarn, but Jorn is. Where did that come from? Was that in its lair?
Wee Little Bones came from a way long away. Wee Little Bones will be queen.
The Reaper of Life has been killed. What else is there more to say?
Okay. I guess fetch the goods, and he waves forth a couple of village folk, and they bring a sack of carvings and silver jewelry worth 16 gold pieces.
Is there any scrimshaw in that?
Scrimshaw.
Bone carvings.
Yeah.
Yep. Yes, there is.
I guess Wee Little Bones' eyes would light up at that, and she would just go over immediately and start looking. Tossing the pretty thing, tossing the silver and whatever away, and specifically looking at the bones.
They are in the shape of various sea creatures, one of them being a seal.
I like this one.
That one's the most well-crafted one.
I think it
I'd
suits you.
like if you don't scatter the treasure everywhere.
The what? Oh,
It just starts picking up the treasure.
Tonga will go and admonish the townsfolk that are like delivering these. You have a few years until another beast comes and lays claim to this land and your fish. Use them well. You don't know how long they will be before nature sets itself back in order.
How do you know that?
It is the way that nature works. Some days there are predators and beasts, and you struggle to survive, and other times you thrive and you grow and you make ready. This is one of those times. Use them well. And I think with that, he'll just kind of dismiss the town. Just use them well. Go back over to 𝒂𝒐𝒏𝒄𝒂. Did you find what you want?
It seems that souls stopped crying out. I think we are to move on.
Kind of look around. North. West.
I'm sure we'll have a light to guide our way.
The little bone well seems to speak to we little bones. And it just says, Petitioner's Point.
so when are we going? Which way is this Petitioner's Point? She's busy petting dogs. Petitioner's Point.
Oh, I should know this.
I went to go
Knowledge
visit.
for that.
Yeah, you definitely roll knowledge for that.
All right.
Is that an 𝒉𝒛?
Oh.
It's probably somewhere cold.
It's actually not. It's do you guys know where Derma is?
Vaguely, yes.
It's just south of
I know
Derma.
nothing about Galorian.
Oh, that's correct.
Derma? Yeah, that's actually not terribly far from where Tongo's from.
Yeah, it's just south of Derma. Or it's in the southern section of Derma.
Okay.
And 𝒂𝒐𝒏𝒄𝒂 would actually know where that is. The character would. The player would not.
Are you referring to Petitioner's Point?
That's the one. This little bone thing said we should go there. I like this little bone thing too, and she sticks it in her bag too. So she's got most of the scrimshaw probably stuck in her bag.
That's 5 gold pieces worth of scrimshaw. One of them was in the shape of a llama. Or an alpaca. Sorry, an alpaca.
And she's got him over there kind of playing with him.
Well, if
'Cause
it
she's done
puts its
petting all the
spirit at
dogs.
rest, we might as well go.
So you guys head off. And technically that trek would take you south.
Yep. Back towards the sun. Back where it's warm.
Awesome. Well,
Why are you worried about it being warm? Don't you have fur?
I'll just start like panting a little bit with the with the trek, just like, yeah, and just kind of scratch behind the ear a little bit and just like, yes, health sounds like a good change of pace.
She crumples into your backpack.
And you guys begin to head south. That is the end of this one shot.
Nice.
Thank you guys.
Nice. I'll never feel safe again with a first combat.
Really tight.
My first comments apparently are
That's
extremely brutal.
You guys are awesome. Thank you guys. Thank you, Zach,
You're
for
welcome.
coming and sitting here. This has been another fantastical episode of AV Epics. We had Jacob from Jacob's Lab running one of the Pathfinder 2e bounties. It's the Whitefang Wyrmling, Whitefang Wyrm.
The Whitefang
That was
Wyrm.
awesome. So check out
Pathfinder
the
Bounty
description
number
below for
1.
everything. Of course, for Pathfinder and for Foundry, that's where we've been running the game in, and we're all really enjoying Foundry. And of course, Adam, I can't hear you right now, but would you like to give a shout out for your channel?
Visit us over at the Inn of Planar Crossroads. We're going to be doing our 1,000 subs giveaway, and I'm not sure what our goal will be after that, but you can find out when I do.
That's awesome. Check them out, and of course, you can catch a lot of the guys here on Around the Hearth with Adam on his channel, Inn of Planar Crossroads. Thank you guys all for being here. Thank you for joining the adventure. As always, if you want to become a part of the ever-growing forest known as Avenue Studios and join all these wonderful fellows here, you can support us through Locals or Patreon. Doing so not only helps us continue to create high-quality content, but you can also gain access to our exclusive Discord where you can chat with us, play games, watch movies, and so much more, and join in on these live streams. As, of course, Mr. Moral Compass is one of our amazing supporters, and you can play games with him live if that sounds like fun. And, of course, we're doing our supporter challenge, and as soon as we hit that goal, we will be doing a special movie night with a whole lot of giveaways. Again, check out Inn of Planar Crossroads, and thank you guys so much for joining the adventure, and we will see you next time.
Ciao.
Now I'm gonna run away.
Bye, y'all.
Turn on the ending screen.
Have a good one.
Have a great day, God.